how to use Psycho-Cybernetics to reprogram your subconscious mind for success and well-being, for holistic well-being and abundance and feeling amazing, My name's Andy. I used to have anxiety until I found a way to recover naturally, and the doctor said I'll have it for the rest of my life. So I was put on this crazy personal development journey because they just wanted to give me pills and stuff. So that put me onto a trajectory of reading hundreds of books. And one of those books that I really like is Psycho-Cybernetics. So I'm going to share with you some key principles of that book with you right now. So Psycho-Cybernetics was written by Maxwell Maltz, who was a plastic surgeon who discovered that not every patient had a change in their self-image after they had plastic surgery. Some people, they were still as self-conscious as before. So he was like, okay, there must be something deeper to my work. So he ventured on to study psychology, transformation, and he discovered that by changing your identity or self-image, you can actually change how you feel regardless of some external cosmetic procedure. You can change your confidence independent of how you look or whatever you are at in life. And this ties in nicely to manifestation, which is you first have to kind of believe in yourself and your manifestation before you can actually attract it, right? So that's a key principle. I was on this lift yesterday. I was talking to this lady who manifested living here in Zermatt and finding an accommodation because it's hard for people to find accommodation here in Zermatt. And basically she said she acted as if she felt like it was already real right now. And then it became her reality, So that's a key point, changing your self-image rather than brute forcing reality change, actually becoming that version of you who does the things you want effortlessly. And Psycho-Cybernetics ties into this. It has a powerful visualization technique that it shares as well, where if you're new to all this stuff, it might take some time. If you've never meditated before, if you've never done progressive relaxation, basically you want to get into that meditative state, that theta state or alpha brainwave state, where you're in a chilled state of relaxed awareness, where the barrier between your conscious and subconscious mind dissolves. That's why the best time to reprogram your subconscious mind is between the morning, when you wake up, and in the evening, just before you go to bed, because you're either coming out of a dream in the morning or going into the dream state. So there, the barrier is not there pretty much. So those are good times to visualize. That's why many successful people have leveraged morning routines to change their lives and shift to a different parallel universe. You see, I think we actually shift to parallel realities, that there are infinite numbers of parallel realities, and quantum physics also kind of discusses this, that there may be an infinite number of parallel realities, and we can shift by changing how we see ourselves. When we have that identity shift, that visualization, it collapses the wave function of infinite potential into physical form. This is what the double slit experiment kind of showed. So science is kind of converging with spirituality. And Psycho-Cybernetics simply says, just visualize. And the edited version by the new guy who manages the foundation, I don't know his name, but he says you don't have to go all crazy and do 20 minutes a day or something in the beginning. Just get into it. Just chill yourself out. Get into a relaxed state. You can do progressive muscle relaxation. You can focus on your arms and legs and tensing them and letting go of any tension, or meditating, just focusing on your breath going in and out. And when you get lost in thoughts, returning to the breath, do this for a few minutes and then chill yourself out. Get into a chilled place and then visualize the life you desire. Visualize the things that you want. Visualize you living the life of your dreams. Visualize yourself taking action, having your goals, Maybe it's you want to start a YouTube channel. You visualize yourself doing YouTube. You visualize yourself creating videos. You visualize yourself having a new subscriber, people commenting, yo, awesome video, I really enjoyed it. Have people inquire to work with you. You visualize all these things, and then it eventually becomes your reality, in a magic way. And then you also want to let go of the outcome. So how it's power versus force. A lot of people are trying to force it. They're constantly micro-checking the manifestation. But no, you have to kind of let it go and just trust that your identity, it's not a forced process, will shift over time as you gently engage with yourself in a self-loving manner and visualize it, and then take inspired action, because the reticular activating system will be activated. Maybe you've noticed this once when you wanted to purchase a new car. You looked it up, maybe you looked at used car prices or new car prices, and suddenly you see this car everywhere. Everywhere you see this car. And you're like, wow, this is the reticular activating system. It's literally the universe aligning with your desire and intention, So that's how powerful it is. The problem is most of us don't believe in ourselves. We don't believe we can do these things, and as a result, we stay stuck, So implement Psycho-Cybernetics, visualize in the morning and evening if you can. just do a few minutes, start with a few minutes, build the habit, and then actually you will notice subtle changes. He also says in the book to not, sorry, I have to change my arm, to not judge results for 21 days, because it can take time for transformation to occur, you know. Your identity wasn't formed overnight, so we have to let go of the instant pill mindset and actually have some patience with ourselves. You know how this ties into self-love and just being with ourselves. We must let go, we must like chill about it, not force it too much, you know, and just relax into it, relax into a state, and then visualize, not like force visualization. And it may feel like unnatural at first, it may feel odd or weird or something, but as you commit to this process and you make it part of your daily life, for me, I'm doing it only in the morning right now, you will notice amazing changes, subtle changes in your life as a result of doing this practice, you know. So yeah, let me know in the comments, are you committing to this? If you're interested in coaching, alpha coaching, you can schedule a free discovery call below. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video, my friend. Peace and much love.